Hello, my book besties. Welcome back to another week of book club. I hope everyone had a fantastic week of reading. This week, we're going to be talking about What Lies Within Masks and Shadows by Nicolle May. Before we get into it, I'm going to read you the back of the book, the synopsis. Allura, a marked one, is bound to a fate of suffering. Therefore, when Lord Cain takes her as his lady, life under his status and within his manor should have offered her everything, including safety. Except in the darkness, Allura is a dying star, an explosion contained by his will and cruelty. Waiting for the day she'll blaze a light so intense it'll burn at the edges of shadow itself. She endures her destined torment. But outside his walls, evil terrorizes Elysian, and as the savage prince sets his attention on Allura next, the lines between monster and savior blur. Her desire for freedom becomes tainted, and a new price must be paid. With rumors of his cruelty, ruthlessness, and unrelenting power, Allura's trust is not easily earned. She can't help feeling like she exchanged one monster for another, a lord for a prince, a betrothed for a shadow beast. Can Allura ever truly be free under those who have bound themselves to her? Or will her only escape sit masked in shadow? We're gonna get into it. If you don't want any spoilers, head to the end of the video for my rating. If you do want spoilers or you just want to hang out, we're gonna get into this because I have a lot to say. So before I get into all my bits and pieces of it, the story follows Allura and Garrick, who is our shadow daddy prince guy. And so she is trying to escape the cruelty that she is living with, which is her betrothed. His name is Cain, and so she's making this plan. She escapes. She gets captured by the savage prince, and it goes into this of her slowly trusting them, making new friends, and just going in with his army, and realizing that they're actually not the people she thinks they are, or they make themselves out to be. And that's just kind of where the story goes. There is a second book, which I will be talking about because I did read it, even though I have some things to say about this. First thing, this is the first book. I had to do some research. This is the first book this author wrote, and I actually had to sit down with my boyfriend and be like, can you read this and tell me what you think of it? Because it was written weird, and he had a really good saying. He said it's very pretentious, very biblical. So there were sentences there I'm just going like this. I'm like, what? And it's weird. Some of the way it was written was just weird, and it didn't sit well with me. I did like the story, the storyline of it. It's very interesting. I mean, it's fantasy and there's romance in it, but also there's so much trauma. I think every other page has trauma on it. She does do a really good warning at the beginning that there is trauma, and she leaves hotline and stuff, which I am so happy that authors do that. But they're hyping on it too much. They're hyping on the trauma too much. Yes, we know this happened to them. Yes, we know they need to grow from it. Some of it I was just okay, this is enough. I need to skip through this. And then there's another part of it where they change the perspective between the two characters, which is totally okay, but the way that the change kind of threw me off. I was reading and then it changed perspective, and I didn't even know it changed perspective, so I had to go back and be okay, what did I miss? And I'm oh, it's not her anymore, it's him, or vice versa. So that's just some comments that I have about the book. I liked the story. I liked it enough to read the second book, but it took me a while to get through it because I'm just I like it, but it was difficult for me to read because how it was worded, and I don't know. It wasn't a bad book, but it wasn't a good book. I'd give it a 2.8 out of 5, 3, because I liked the story. The second book was also good, which I will be talking about in next book club, but it was okay. It was your first book, so I get it. There's things that you need to tune. I would maybe suggest it to people. It is a very long book, and my Kindle is over 1,000 page turns, and I didn't realize how long it was until I started reading, and it's a lot. So buckle in if you want to read this book. If not, So yeah, that is What Lies Within Masks and Shadows. If you are interested in reading it, I would give it a shot. I found this book on Instagram Reels, and that was one of the books I was like, I'll read it. And I read it. So I hope you enjoyed book club this week. I hope you guys enjoy whatever book you're reading this week, and I will see you next week.